Ooh, I mean, boys, I just gotta say that it's 100 degrees out today and it's October 28th. That's not normal, that's not okay, that's not what the plants, the animals, the people are able to handle. You know, the heat crisis that we have is driving wildfires, it's driving drought, aridification, it's having particularly tough impacts on low-income people and people experiencing homelessness. So yeah, in AZ, it's all about heat when it comes to the impacts of climate change. Global warming, it's warm here. My biggest concern is the impacts it's going to have on, you know, those on this planet that are most vulnerable, particularly, you know, plants and animals. They don't really have air conditioning or these defense mechanisms that humans are able to adapt, these technological things that we're going to be able to create to combat climate change. And similarly, the poor are not going to be able to combat climate change on an individual level like maybe wealthy nations like the United States is going to be able to. So the nations that have done the most to cause climate change are seemingly in the best position to handle it, which is, I think, unfair that those that didn't cause it are going to be the ones that suffer the most dire consequences. You know, as far as specific Arizona legislation, we've not been moving in a particularly good direction as far as climate policy. The state doesn't really have any climate goals or funding. The APS, which is the public utility power company that serves most people, has been very resistant to renewable energy. Has continued to increase cost for all people, but mostly those trying to use solar panels. They're trying to kind of undercut solar as a viable option for folks trying to have less of a carbon footprint. And so, yeah, on the Arizona level, there's a lot of little pieces of legislation that have not been getting much traction. On the federal level, the Inflation Reduction Act, signed into law by the Biden administration, is the single largest climate action. I know it's not named about anything about climate, but in that bill is billions and billions of dollars of investments in climate resilient infrastructure projects and goals to reduce carbon emissions. So that piece of legislation is pretty exciting, and there's all kinds of opportunities that people in Arizona can take advantage of those federal dollars in order to create their own projects that will help combat climate change in our state. So that's pretty exciting.